My life journey of renting has been a life journey of renting. There's been a lot of places, and I'm now 50, so it's quite a while. My first place was when I was 18 in a student house, and I paid $30 a week rent for a room that fitted my bed, my single bed that I got from the rubbish heap down the road. That's it. That's all it fitted, on milk crates. The bed was on milk crates. My name is Lara INTRO, and I identify with a 21-year-old brain injury, and I also have a mental illness and a chronic pain condition. Brain injuries get you very confused, so I spent the first few years not really knowing what anything was or who were people or who I was, and I couldn't read, I couldn't do maths. I actually couldn't pack boxes either. I didn't know how to spatially work things out like that, and I was incredibly fatigued, and I also had really big emotional roller coaster that I went on, and that's all really common stuff to do with ABI. And memory is a really big issue with brain injury too. So it made me, I don't like to use the word vulnerable, but I was pretty vulnerable because I really didn't know what I was doing or saying most of the time, and I was completely exhausted. I actually do need a bit of space because I am an artist, so I have lots of materials and need to make artwork. So, so I need, space. 3 bedrooms, maybe. Well, small bedrooms. Big bedrooms would be good. I haven't yet learned how to cook since my brain injury, so I don't really need a big kitchen. I just need big space to do artwork. I take in cats. Friends who have to move into nursing homes, or that seems to happen to me a lot, so I often take on their cats. So I actually have quite a few, and not that many. I've got 4, but some people think that's too many. So they're constantly changing, and there is a challenge for who's top cat. Cats are very strong personalities. Just like living with people, really. There's a lot to negotiate. Like some of the cats like to get fed before the others, and some really want that corner of the bed, and you sort of just work it out. My cats are like my family. They see me every day, and we hang out and we talk, and they are very much my family. My brain injury changed some of my perfectionism, and I thought it had gone after my brain injury, which was actually quite amazing and a relief to sort of suddenly not be a perfectionist. But then I discovered that I still was, but in different ways. And I sometimes think, and obviously being a perfectionist is really useful to being an artist, because particularly the art I make and the art you make. But I sometimes wonder if that's why I wasn't an artist before my brain injury, because my perfectionism was different. So you have to have a particular type of it, because you need to know when to let go. Really introduced me to loneliness, because I had to learn to get used to being by myself, because I lost so many of my friends. People disappear, you don't have a job, work friends disappear, you can't get out, you're stuck at home, isolation. And it is lonely, very lonely. And I reflect on this every now and then, and I don't talk about it much, but I actually think that the reason I live alone, I think I said it before, is because of my brain injury and because of my PTSD, and that it makes my relationships difficult. And I don't know how to say this, but anyway, I think it is better for all round if I live by myself. But that does come with a level of, I wouldn't really call it loneliness, but I do think that you end up having to be responsible for a lot of things by yourself and make decisions. You're the only one. And I don't have as big a support network as I would like. I don't think I've had that since my brain injury. So I do feel it does feel harder. But I'm also not very good at asking for help. And a big part of self-advocacy is not just about supporting each other, but it's also about trying to advocate to the world about, your disability or the rights of all people. I've come to know that when I'm thinking something or feeling something, often for a long time I thought after my brain injury this was just me, because I didn't know too many people with brain injuries, and I thought this was my own concern. And I've come to realise that if I'm thinking something, there's going to be lots of people who are. And if I'm feeling something, then there will be other people. And so that gives me confidence to have more confidence to speak up for my rights or ask for what I need. But finding those people can really help too, and having those conversations. And I have like a bit of a personal motto, which is that when my community is strong, I'll be strong. And so it's in my best interests to build, to help to build our connections and build community, because I will benefit from that, as will we all.